Hello, Flavio.
Hey, Adrián. How's it going, man?
Hey, thanks for accepting this short meeting.
No problem.
I know you have been working in the OVN for a long time, right? You're now in
Yeah,
the SDN team.
right. We still do OVN on the SDN for Kubernetes. So yeah, we have CMSs, right? Like OpenStack, OpenShift, and they all use OVN underneath. And that's what I do. And I know you work on the data path stuff, right? Which is a lot of tools and pretty much all the stuff that OVN uses underneath is all on your team. And you've been doing that. And nice talk on KubeCon, by the way.
Thanks. So
So
I wanted to ask you something because I've been trying to learn OVN for a while, and it's quite complex. There are a lot of databases, lots of information, lots of tables, and I wondered if you could teach me. You could learn, show me a little bit how it works, help me understand it.
yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like you said, it's all about databases, right? The northbound, the southbound, and the databases on the nodes. And knowing how, if you once you're able to visualize these tables and see what happens when you're doing things like creating a pod or creating a VM, you get to understand it pretty well. So I was just thinking, maybe a good way to show you this is by example, right? And I have a tool I've been looking at. I was just about to clone it and try it out. Do you want to share screen with
Sure.
me and then do it together? All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
Absolutely.
So yeah, here's the link, and then just connect to it, and then we can do it together.
Cool. Let me share my screen,
Cool.
and yeah, I'm
All
in.
right, cool. OVS Con, yes, nice. All right, so yeah, so you can see my screen. Let's just do a clone. This is the repo. We can open up the repo later on. But
Okay.
you clone that, and then the way you do it, and I saw this on the website, you can look at it with me later. You just source this file. And then once you source it, you can just run this too. So yeah, the northbound, see there's one for northbound and one for southbound. And you can actually source another one for OVS, but let's not worry about that out. That's the third one I was gonna show you. But if I just start this tool here, yeah, so here it's connected to
Okay.
my database, my northbound database on this cluster. And if I let's do a help and see. Oh yeah, so yeah, you can start and list things. Here, let's do this. I'm gonna start the monitoring, like I said here in the help, and I'm gonna break this into two real quick here. And then down below here, I'm just gonna start a pod. And then keep a look on the what's one. Oh yeah, so it's already changing the NB global, which is one of the tables that gets the timestamp updated. But if I just down on this screen, just run a little pod here. So this is just running a Fedora
Mm-hmm.
pod, and it's just yeah, you see all the stuff that
Oh,
happened up there.
okay, cool.
So yeah, those are the database things. So let me scroll up a little bit so you can see what happened. Yeah, so see an address sec got added the IP address of the pod. And then the logical switch, see the greens is being added. I like that. Green and red shows you what happened. And then the port itself for the pod got created.
Nice.
And you can see my pod is the Fedora pod, and you see where you run. You see the chassis where you run, the OVN worker too.
Right.
And then down below you see the port going up. So yeah,
Really
kind of cool,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you drive a little bit?
Oh yeah, sorry, go ahead. Do your
So
thing.
there was this command. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
so you can um, list any table you want.
Right,
It
right.
has some really nice like tab complete.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
so that's easy to help.
oh, okay. So
Oh,
there's a
that's a
lot of
mouthful.
information
A
here.
lot of stuff
Uh,
there.
let's see. Um, okay, cool. It looks like you can select the columns that you want to show, as well
Uh-huh.
as do some filtering. So
Yeah,
let us.
so try to filter on that port we just created. So you have
Okay,
to do
so we should filter in
filter
filter
name. Yeah, uh-huh.
name equal default underscore
Right.
Fedora,
Fedora. Yeah, that's the one we just added.
and let's print the name.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this tab complete is just awesome.
That is
Um,
easy.
what else? Let's see the addresses, for example.
Normally, yeah, you see the addresses. Yeah. There we go. Nice.
Really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Can we also look at the Southbound database?
Oh yeah, so yeah, this is the Northbound, like you said. Now let's skip this one up, and then let's just I'm gonna split the screen one more time. Oop, and then I'm gonna start my cluster and then do a source for the that alias again. And now this time, let's do the Southbound, right? And let's just do a monitor. I'll just start off by monitoring there's a bunch of tables. One that's really cool is the logical flows, right? And that gets changed a lot as you create and delete pods. And the port binding, which is another awesome one that tells you when the logical ports got bound to an actual chassis in OVS. So here, let's do this command here. Yeah, so monitor, and I want to monitor on these two tables. And yeah, so you see like the tables are there. So the pod's already running, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and stop it. And you should see a bunch of reds here, I think, from that. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
See that? Logical flows.
Can you just scroll up a little bit on this terminal?
Yeah, totally, man. Now go ahead. Yeah, take a look.
Wow, yeah, bunch of logical flows.
Logical flows for the pod, yeah.
This gives you a lot of insights of how the CMS works.
And the port binding too, you saw that, yeah.
Yep.
That's really cool. Nice, man.
Nice. Well, that was really cool. How's this tool called again?
It's ovsdb-mon. So here's the link. Open the page, and then we can take a look at it so you can see how it works a little better.
Okay. Yeah. So nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I was wondering how it worked with all the schemas being different and all.
Right.
I see this. It uses this library.
Right.
Let's take a look.
libovsdb, yeah, that's the native library that even ovsdb K8, OVN K8 uses the Kubernetes. It gives you a model, a golang model straight out of the schema.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Sense. But that must be like compiled in the application, right?
Yeah. So the schemas, you can get the schema straight out of the ovsdb servers that you connect to. So this tool must be doing it. Yeah.
Okay, so Docker file is pretty much straightforward. Let's look at the entry point.
Entry point, yeah. The entry point probably does a lot of that.
Okay, yeah, I see. It's retrieving the schema, and then it's building the application. Okay, that's cool. So I guess this make target would just
there must be the model gen, the thing that takes the schema and creates the Go bindings. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, here it goes. Okay, so it is doing that model gen. It is doing the code generation and then building it for each schema version.
Right. Yeah.
Really nice.
Perfect. Very cool, man.
Really interesting.
Give it a shot. I think you'll find it useful. You can learn more about OVN.
Thank you very much,
like
Flavio.
No
it was
problem,
very useful.
Man. Yeah. So yeah. Hey man, what's your last name again?
You caught me. You caught me again.
Thanks to our speakers, Adrián and Flavio. We have time for one question here, and it looks like we have one. So Frode Nordahl asks, regarding ovsdb-mon, in active system, I would imagine this would be a bit like drinking from the fire hose. Can you filter or limit or add conditions on what it will display?
Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. Adrián,
yes, we can hear you.
It's amazing how fast Adrián can grow a beard, isn't it? From the first talk. So you can. When you start the monitoring, you can save everything that happened into a file. There's actually a save command, which is kind of helpful. And you didn't show it in the video, but in the YAML file, you can actually control how much memory and how much resources you want to allow the tool to use when you launch it in a Kubernetes cluster. So yes, very good.
That's great.
And I'm sorry, you can also tell which tables you want to monitor, which can help you reduce the focus a little bit on what you want that to save.
That's great. Thank you, Flavio and Adrian. And now we